It's the sloppy swish. You know what I love about cooking keto? You can eat a lot of cheese. Cheese will make just about anything taste good. Like I think you could probably eat cheese on a rubber duck and it would taste good. You know what's really palatable with cheese on it? A cauliflower pizza. Here's something that's great about keto besides cheese. The portions are great. You're allowed so many foods that make you feel incredibly satisfied, and this dish exemplifies that. There are 3 things that we need to hit. 1, it must have a relatively thin crust, and it's gotta have a little bit of chew. 2, it's gotta be epically flavorful, including the one and only cheese pull. And the 3rd thing is that it has to be pick-upable. And by pick-upable, I mean no knife and fork. We are putting all of our cauliflower into the food processor because the idea is that it's going to be ground into something that is the flour or base of the pizza. Stop it and pulse it. That'll move some of the bigger chunks to the bottom. Pulse, pulse, pulse. And then when you start feeling bored and like you want to move on, you can just pull out the big chunks and feed them to your dog. Buddy! She loves it! I'm gonna move everything onto the cutting board. I'm gonna grab some salt and do like a big healthy pour. Cauliflower is almost all water, so it's really important to wring out all of the excess before making a pizza out of it. Even after like 30 seconds, so much of the water is coming out and it will just keep on coming. So, whew, I'm legitimately winded. And here you have the flour base for the pizza. We're gonna add a ½ cup of shredded mozzarella. You can buy pre-shredded, obviously. What you want is the low moisture, ½ cup, more or less, more. And then we're gonna add some red pepper flakes, garlic powder, and oregano. Whee! Some fresh parsley, salt, be generous. And then we're gonna add 2 whole eggs, I add ¼ cup of almond flour. Give it a quick mix. The addition of the almond flour is clutch because it will absorb a lot of the liquid that's gonna continue leaking out of the cauliflower. If you're worried about it changing the flavor, it doesn't. So, win-win. I'm gonna give this little quarter sheet pan a touch of olive oil just so that it doesn't stick. And pat it down. I like this part. You wanna get it even and you'll start to feel all the moisture that's still in it. Don't worry, you did a great job. It is just cauliflower. Divide the 2 pizzas in half to create a little well. This ensures that there is some room for excess water to drain out of, and it also makes the pizzas easier to turn, so you're less likely to break them. And then you've got your 2 pizza crusts. Then you pop them in. Excuse me, Malone. Cool, no, you just stay there, don't worry about it. Sorry. 450 for about 20 minutes. And you know I'm all about not wasting time. We will prep the next portion of the recipe, which are all of our veggies for our veggie pizza. We got a carrot, a yellow bell pepper, a red onion, and then we're gonna do a few cherry tomatoes and a bunch of herbs. The carrot I'll peel, and we're gonna do a little guy dice. Quarter in these guys just so that they cook relatively quickly. Nobody has time for a giant hunk of onion in their mouth. And then they're all gonna go on our sheet pan in little lines. And then to finish these guys, we're just gonna do a little bit of salt, because salt makes the world go round, and olive oil. So this is gonna go right into the oven. We got some pepperoni, mozzarella, the low moisture, and then our fresh mozzarella. And some sauce. You can use homemade sauce or jarred sauce. If you use jarred sauce, which I do all the time, just kidding, make sure that your jarred sauce does not have added sugar. Out comes everything from the oven. The tomatoes got like a really nice caramelization on some of them and they're kind of burst open. They almost look sun-dried. Getting ready for my flip. Basically put them to one side of the pan and then I'm gonna kind of hold on to it a little bit and flip real quick. And voila. Again, because it's relatively liquidy, cooking it on both sides is gonna really ensure that it maintains its pick-upableness. So we're gonna stick it back in. And for now, I'll just prep the mozz. I wanna do it in fairly thin slices so that it melts pretty quickly. Cheese pull doesn't happen if your mozzarella is not soft and gooey. Look at this. We're gonna do a thin layer of tomato sauce and mozzarella. I do a little pepperoni tuck. And for the veg, there's really no rhyme or reason to the ordering. Look, sometimes you have to wait for the good things in life. We have to bake this one more time, and then I promise you get to eat it. Pizza time! So we have our pepperoni pizza, and you got your mixed veg pizza. And then I'm gonna finish this guy off with some fresh basil, a little red pepper flakes, a tiny bit of oregano, parsley. All right, whew. Here we go. Project, move the pizza. Delicious, ooey gooey, drippy, amazing cheese. It's got a well-seasoned crust. If that's not saying cheese pull, I don't know what does. Pick-upable, accurate. So we hit all the boxes. This is seriously ballin'. It's gonna absolutely 110% sate your pizza craving while you're doing keto. I'm gonna enjoy these pizzas on the couch with a glass of wine, and I'll see you next time.